guys, how are ye? This morning I was working in my office all morning, and next thing I realised it was 2:20 and I had no dinner on for the kids coming in from school at 3 o'clock. So I was like, sugar, what am I going to make really quickly and that I don't have to go to the shops for, that I had in. Because I had all the dinners kind of planned up till Thursday and not Friday, and that often happens to me on a Friday because Friday is like, yay, it's Friday. So I quickly went to the presses and pulled out something, and then I suddenly thought, do an impromptu video, what you're cooking, what you found really quick, what's handy to have in the presses that you can make really quick. So I'm doing this just off the cuff, as you can see, in the trackie, because working on it been all day. So just going to show you how I got out of a kind of a stick with what I was going to cook for the kids. So 2 minutes ago, because I only thought of doing the video after I had done this, I sauteed in coconut oil. I'm going to run to get you, show you the one I used. I hope you'll be able to hear this because I've no mic on. Aldi cheapest chips, Coco Loco, I think it's $3.99. You do want it to be raw, and I think I saw that it was raw. Yeah, 100% raw, cold pressed, okay? That's what I used. So, melted that. Now I'm going to do this really quickly because I have to collect school in a few minutes. But I sauteed that with the coconut oil. So, onions, garlic. I have a really handy little machine for doing them quickly, and I'll show you that in another video because it's just over there. Onions. So just cut up my onions. I put in 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. There's no set recipe, it's just 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. And what I use then to give a bit of a kick, what I'm making, sorry, is lentil dal. So this is quick lentil dal. So I'm using lentils. Again, Aldi, 50, 60 cent, 99 cent maybe. Lentils are one of the cheapest dinners you'll ever have. Full of fibre. Good to include, I like to include a lentil dal or some form of lentils once a week in our diet, just to keep the gut motility good for everybody, because the amount of fibre in them is just mega. Yeah, that's them, lentils. So I'm making a lentil dal. So to do that, start off, saute onions, saute garlic, I give it a bit of a kick. So I use some type of spices, not necessarily a Madras. So this is a Green Saffron Company. I use their spice packets quite a bit because they're quick and handy. So I got these in Dunn's, Tesco Dooms, Limerick Milk Market have them as well, because Green Saffron have actually a stand there. This is the Madras, which anyone that loves their Indians like me will know Madras is really, really hot. I normally put in tikka masala spices, or I use korma spices. But this is all I had in the press. I had only 1 packet left, the hot packet. So what it is, I just put in a little bit. Like I literally just went like that and left it at that. And that's all I have in there. But it'll just give that nice little kick. So they're sauteed. I'm going to go over to the oven in a few minutes, but you'll lose me if I do. So I'm going to do as much of it here before I put it back on the hob. In here go my lentils. How many are in there? I literally just did that until I reckoned I had enough. So there might be, I often use this for measuring rice, so there's probably maybe one big cup in there. I don't get to measure a whole lot when I'm cooking. It's kind of quick, fast and furious, because it's always kind of, I love the days when I've loads of time for doing it, but lots of days there isn't, like everyone. So these go in here. The one thing to remember with lentils, wash them. Okay, so wash them. Same with rice, same with my rice. Tesco Tilda rice, you wash it. So lentils go in, I have them already washed. Okay, what else goes in here? Tin of chopped tomatoes. I always like to get organic, just because of all the pesticide use and everything we have with tomatoes and stuff like that. So Super Value, tin of chopped tomatoes in there. Should be in a nice measuring jug, but it's not. I just literally got a little bit of chicken stock. And this is the one I used, Bouillon Organic. Vegetable bouillon. I hope you're able to see this. And I literally just threw in a bit of water. That'll go in there. And the last thing I put in is some coconut milk. I normally always use Thai Gold. I much prefer that brand. Just happened to have this in the press. Didn't have this one, so have to go with this. Fire that in. Oh, trying to show you if you can see in there. And I'm just going to mix it all up. And that's it. Doesn't look like much at the moment, but I will put in a video later and just show you the end product. So literally I'm going to put that actually on the hob for a few minutes, bring it to boil, and then I'll put it in the oven. So I'll cover it, I'll put that in the hob. I'm just putting it into the dish I'm using. I just love Le Creuset, it's just I love to work with it, I love to cook with it, and it's also, but that's a subject for another day. It's a very healthy way of cooking with the products that are, or the materials that are used in it. I'll put that on the hob and then I'll throw it in the oven. Great way of doing this is on the slow cooker as well in the morning. Then I'll just throw on a few scoops of rice. What would be great is getting some veg into this dinner as well. May not do it today. We might have to concentrate on veg for supper by the time but I actually think I have a thing of broccoli in the fridge, so we might throw that on and have that. So this is a really cheap, like you'll feed everyone for like less than 20-30 cents per person out of this meal. And it's one of those quick ones. If you have the stuff in, you can do it really, really quickly. So I'm literally going to put this now, I'm going to run and put this in the oven. And I'm going to start recording. So I'm here on my own, so I'm going to have to switch around to stop it. But I hope this was of some use to you, and it was just a quick thought because I haven't been active a whole lot in the group recently because work has just been crazy, crazy, crazy. All good, but just the plan is now to give you some good value that you can get from being in this group. And likewise, I'd love to know what you're cooking in the kitchen too.